You here yet, Lisa? Yeah. Well.
Hi there, how's it going?
What do you know about Jacques Brunet?
Didn't you watch the last Winter Olympics? He's France's big cheese of skiing. He holds the record for the 500-meter slalom, but he totally choked at the games. I guess he's washed up now, but at least his looks haven't gone down the tubes.
So tell me more about the life of a photojournalist. It must be very glamorous at times.
Well, there's nothing glamorous about the pay, I can tell you that much.
Geez, it ain't classy to talk about your pay, girl. I've had 2 conversations with you. This is the second.
Does your job take you to exotic, far-off places?
Well, there is a lot of travel. Too bad I'm so useless with foreign languages.
Stop lying.
I'm dying to find a way into that tower. Where do they usually hide the secret entrances in weird old Midwestern mansions?
I guess I should know, shouldn't I? Too bad most of the places I've covered aren't any weirder than imitation butter. I wish you'd hurry up and find it, though, so we can check it out.
I wanted to save this one for last in case she wouldn't talk to us. True, there we go.
There was a little mix-up with the lockers, and I accidentally opened yours.
Yeah, and?
Which one's nicer? The first one's nicer, but I feel like you're like, I don't know, I was confused, and then I like opened a bag, and I like saw all these things. So I feel like if you're gonna say that anyway, just be like, you have multiple identities, girl. Saw it. Like, sure. I don't know. No, you're right.
It seems you have more than one identity, Lisa. I'm just wondering if you are who you say you are.
A savvy photojournalist always carries a couple of alternate identities, Nancy. When you're working under deadline, you don't always have time to play by the rules. I'm sure you know what I mean.
Oh, she's on to us.
I'll let you get back to your
Never
magazine.
said we were detectives.
Later, Nancy.
True. Oh well. Oh well. What's up, ups and daisies? Bye. Oh, we have to get the chicken drumsticks. Yeah, they're not shook. Coming down the wrong way? Yeah. I still don't, I clearly don't know the layout.
Is that a teaser?
I really like the music in this game. Yeah. It's very peaceful. It's very peaceful. It's like peaceful but creepy, but like pleasant to keep listening to. Creepy. Found it.
Ah, Nancy, comment ça va?
Ça va bien, merci.
Lisa told me you were in the Olympics. What was that like?
Disappointing, frustrating, humiliating.
I shoot the bad guys, not just their teammates.
Sounds like one of those valuable learning experiences you might never live down.
Oh, you said it, Nancy. It was the worst day of my life. To fall flat on my face with my family, my country, and the rest of the world watching.
Dexter needs you to defrost that big bag of chicken legs.
That's nice.
Oh, la la la, what does he think I am?
Life trauma
It's a
this.
chef.
Can you defrost some chicken? Oh la la! Zut alors!
I'll talk to you later.
Ciao.
Oh my gosh, that's good. Okay, I'm taking the elevator. Oh yeah, no, actually, let's go to our room. Sure, yeah. I guess we didn't need to do that. Bring, 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 bring.
Sorry, you probably
Do we ever need to go back like up here? Just can we do this? Oh no, we can't.
Can we go on the ladder? Can we go on the ladder?
Evan doesn't clench, just releases.
Or maybe not.
How do we get to a position where we can do that? Maybe we have to go to the top floor?
Maybe. Because I do know we have to do this eventually.
Yes. Because I don't think we can like waltz through the front door of the library, but I think we can like
Yeah.
take the sneak entrance.
Yeah.
Alright.
We're getting to the point where we need to do that eventually too, though.
Do you want to try it now? Can we do it from this floor?
Well, we're going to our room first.
Okay.
Pretty sure we can see something after the radiator's been fixed.
He made some hairs.
Something I remember always missing it as a kid.
Go back.
Go back, go back,
Wait,
go back.
Oh, no, you have to
Go back to where you were.
forward, forward. Oh, you can go from there.
Oh, you can.
Not from there.
Drugs. Just want to go to my
Because
room.
we're the first door. Yeah.
Make it so hard.
It was so
Yeah.
much more peaceful. Cool. We got some oil. Woo, woo.
Oh,
Okay.
God.
Okay, let's do the library. It's for Midsummer.
Yeah, I know.
Why can't you go forward? What is over here?
Other.
I don't remember.
That's the room. No, that's the dead end. We discovered all of upstairs. So one way was the dead room. Dead room. Dead end. The other way.
That's
Now
creepy.
I'm just talking like Midsummer.
Yeah.
That way was the dead end. The other way was the like room
Right.
that we couldn't do anything in yet.
Yo, let this man get his ace.
Let's go in here. Ah.
Stairs?
It's there.
Oh. Thank you.
Bring me the elevator that's already there.
Good ace, man.
No, up. Climb on the roof from here. See where it takes you.
Okay.
I don't think we can do anything on the roof from here, but I'm just. I know we were on the first floor, we couldn't go to the ladder, I thought. Oh, there. Go in that vent.
Huh?
Go in that
Oh.
vent. Can we?
No, not yet.
Is there anywhere else we can go? So maybe we have to go in the other vent?
Don't we need this at some point?
Well, I used it to climb up earlier when we were stuck in the elevator. I had to climb on that.
Oh.
So try going back on the first floor then, I guess?
Because we do need to go in here eventually.
That's how we get to the library, I thought. Are we not allowed to do that yet?
I know we need to go into the library because we have the key already.
Yeah, but I know we can't use the key until later because we have the paintbrush, dust we get in the library. Once we sneak into the library, we see Dexter punch in a code, we dust that code, and then in the future we can use the key and punch the code in.
Okay.
But the first time we go in the library, we need to sneak in. I distinctly remember that.
Do we? I feel like we need to prompt it though. I feel like we
Yeah,
need to
we
go
must
in.
have done enough to.
So let's like try going in and see what happens.
True. Yeah, we have to try to go in and get caught and be like, we need to do something.
Yeah.
Because even when we talked to Bess and George on the phone, George was
It's
like,
locked.
maybe you need to find an alternate entrance.
Okay, let's just try. I don't know if I'm ready for this. Whew. Do you want to try it? Do you want to do it? I'm scared. Isn't there like a thing we need to do?
Oh, try to run up the stairs, maybe? Maybe it's okay that we go in it this way? I'm pretty sure we have to go in from the... No, I don't think we can do it that way. SOS! I think... Oh, I always remember...
Oops.
We have to get dust, and dust is in that room. I always remember as a kid, like, going in from the elevator way.
Well, well, well. Look who returned to the scene of the crime. You're out of here.
Okay, so we do need an alternate entrance.
For a fact, like, yeah, I really remember doing it from the elevator. You climb out the vent, and hear Dexter come in, you have to run, hide in the vent, and then you watch him punch in the code.
No.
So it must be that vent.
Yeah. Unless there's some other way to get to the... Try to go from the basement. I just don't... I'm pretty sure we have to go from the top floor and go into the vent. Maybe we have to...
Oh,
but maybe you're right. Maybe we have to prompt it by talking to somebody or something. I don't know.
Maybe. Oh, I need to close this. What am I doing?
Can we go on the ladder, please?
There's something down
Go
there.
on the ladder.
Oh!
Wait, we can't do that yet. Can we go on the ladder, though?
I did try.
It just doesn't... That's the worst. If we were playing this and had never played it before, we would have just been like, oh no, let's...
I don't even know how to
Because
get
I
away.
know, like, certain things, but don't remember how they happen. It's so annoying.
I know.
Because you're just, like, doing random things, waiting for something to happen, because you know it's going to happen.
Yeah. Okay. Let's try it again. Pretty sure we have to go in there.
Yeah. Like, we go on the ladder? We still can't?
Oh, where are we gonna go?
Yeah. And we tried it from the second floor and
Yeah.
that didn't work either.
Okay.
Then maybe we just can't do it yet. Talk to some more people. Or something. I feel like we've done everything we're supposed to do so far. We can talk to people, we can talk to us George.
Sure.
See what happens.
Like, try maybe and talk to Professor Hotchkiss.
True. Although, yeah, we got the... I think we're gonna have to bring her the chicken wings before we can really do anything else, and Jacques could just took them out to defrost or whisper.
They might already be at her door. I remember them just like being outside her door at one point. Oh, wrong way. Sucks you can't turn around.
5 foot side. They're all outside.
Not yet.
Is that you, Brandy? Oh, I'm glad you're here. At the moment,
Oh.
my theory is rising like a magnificent soufflé. I need to collect a few more ingredients, if you will, but it's a delicate situation. If I leave my room even for a moment, I fear the soufflé will come crashing down in a heap.
You want a cooking or souffle in there? What do you need for me, Mr. Blah blah
Okay.
blah blah?
Planting a bar. Cover me.
You want cooking or souffle in there?
You're cooking a souffle in there?
Oh, don't take me too literally, dear. What I need is some information about the castle. Hard numbers. I've come to
Is
the
this what this
conclusion
is?
that you are an enterprising and
she's
faithful
gonna
soul.
us for a couple
Therefore,
things.
I have
Okay.
decided to entrust you with this important mission. Who knows? If you succeed, I might whisk you away from the hotel business to be my personal
I don't work at a
research
hotel,
assistant.
But okay.
Personal research assistant.
That cupcake boy.
Well, Professor Hotchkiss, I'm not actually in the hotel business, but I'd love to help.
Marvelous! Here's what I need to know. How old
Oh, no.
was Marie Antoinette when she married
That would've been
King
that book, I
Louis?
think.
I'll be very
right.
eager to
You're
hear
right.
what you come up with. But please,
Okay, let's go
don't
make sure
disturb
we
me
know.
unless you have the answer.
Alright, I'm off!
You can literally come to her and be like, 22! And like how would she know if we're right or wrong?
I'm pretty.
Or she
Like, I
testing
think it's a test. We need to know the right answer.
Like, she's testing us for sure, but in the real world.
True. True.
No, she was also testing you in the real world, just to see if you could be her research assistant. As a young teenager, okay, this is what we can do. So she was born in 1755. I'm gonna use my phone calculator to do this. In 1770, as a young teenager, she was obliged to wed him. We could do the math on this. she was 15. That's young.
Yeah, that's really young.
That's young.
Okay. How do I get back? Do I have to close the book like a proper person?
You can't just put it back open, which always bothers me.
Put
it on the floor.
You can't just put it back open.
Other way.
I'm trying.
That way. Well, now you're gonna go that way, and then you have to go that way, and then you have to go that way to get to her hall. But if you just went the other way, you would have just walked straight here. No.
Oh, really?
It all connects.
Oh.
Gee, it seems complicated, but it's like two halls and then interconnecting middle halls.
Oh. We'll get there. I will.
Yes. Did you find the information I asked you for?
Sure did.
Good, but I need you to write it down so I don't forget.
1, 5.
Thank you. Let me do some calculations to see if this is correct.
Yay!
Eureka! If there's one thing I like in a young person, it's ingenuity. Now, I've got work to do. Time to stir the cauldron and stoke the fire. But if you'd like to talk, I'll be holding office hours in the lobby between 3 and 6 a.m.
And that also
Meet me
means you
then.
can get to her room between those hours, doesn't it?
I think she asked us to fetch something from her room at some point, so we get to go. Yeah.
Okay.
3 and 6. Remember when we were like, those are weird hours for someone to be up in the morning. Abby wouldn't choose those as her hours to be awake.
And now
unless
that's-
they're
yeah.
And those are Hotchkiss
My office hours are 3 and 6 a.m. Okay. Let's maybe talk
to Egan, yeah.
Let's talk to everybody.
Yeah.
Yeah, these controls are finicky, hey?
Yeah.
Did you see I fixed your radiator?
Yeah.
Okay.
Thank you for
See ya,
the
Mr.
oil.
Egan.
Alrighty then.
Hi there, how's it going?
Bye.
I'll let you get back to your magazine.
Should we try to
Later,
call us
Nancy.
maybe?
Wanna go see Jacques first?
To Jacques, yeah. Jacques. 'Cause I feel like all there really is to do right now is get into the library somehow. And maybe we're just doing it wrong. I know it's from the elevator that we have to do it, but what floor?
He's so far away.
so far away.
Could have just taken the elevator, I guess.
Sure.
Hello.
Ah, Nancy,
So
¿cómo
clearly
se
there's
va?
nothing else we can really do.
We need to get into the library.
I'll talk to you later.
Ciao.
Ciao, Bella.
Joe.
Ciao.
Take a 10.
Sure. Should we go up to it on every floor, and then I'll go talk to this bird if we're having.
Major. Oh, whoa! How did you get there?
I just walked to it.
Dude, I tried doing that.
Maybe we didn't try it from the basement. Maybe we tried it from the basement. Maybe we didn't. Boom, 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 boom. The library. I'm here.
So, do we just... What do we do? Are we...
No.
Okay, I hear you. Darn you crazy old man. I know you hid that thing around here somewhere.
Don't worry, we'll
The
find
least
it.
you could have done was left me a hint.
Maybe he did, and you just were.
Is he talking
dumb
about
enough to
Ezra?
realize it. Probably.
I don't have time to clean this up.
Poor Edgar.
Yeah, I feel bad.
Edgar?
Ezra.
Dexter.
I was like,
Dexter Egan.
Ed.
Poor Edgar.
his first name. That's fine. I
thought you were like getting Ezra and Dexter mixed up for some reason.
Just Edgar.
Edgar Egan.
Because that's what made me like double think, like think it over again and be like, Edgar Egan. That's an unfortunate name indeed. Alright, let's explore the library.
Should we get the code?
Yeah, we have to find some dust before we can use the brush on it.
Diary of Hans Axel von Fersen.
Hello. He was a Swedish-French soldier and diplomatic agent, close friend of Marie Antoinette, worked for the counter-revolutionary movement afterwards. After her execution, he wrote about her every year on the anniversary of her death until his own death. Many scholars concluded that he must have been in love with her. His diary recounts his political movements during the time, provides us with valuable historical insight into the political climate in France at the time. Thanks to the find, yada yada. June, blah blah blah. This is the only page we can read, so it must be important. The trouble in France continues to mount. Revolutionaries forced King and Queen to return to the Tuileries in Paris, where they are living like virtual prisoners, working with the counter-revolutionaries to help the royal couple escape to England. Everything's arranged, false passports, a carriage, disguises. Just after midnight on Tuesday, King and Queen, dressed as servants, will slip out of the city by coach. I will be their driver. I've instructed Marie to bring her jewels with her. If they are stopped, she may be able to bargain with the revolutionaries her diamonds for her life. I can have no peace until I know that she is safe beyond the treachery of this revolution. Alas, what a cursed night. I have not expected that Commander Leboeuf, Marie's most outspoken enemy, would be present at the checkpoint in Varennes. Marie tried to negotiate, but that scoundrel took her jewels and threw her at the mercy of his revolutionary apes anyway. I was helpless to stop him. She and Louis were escorted back to Paris like common criminals. The situation is grim indeed. I still cannot speak to the Queen, as she is kept under full-time surveillance. I'm awaiting orders from Vienna as to what to do next, but I fear that it may be too late to save Marie or her husband. The thought of her suffering destroys me.
Oh.
Very sad.
Yeah.
Very sad. So that was what was there. This is the same thing. Nothing there. Okay. Okay. That's where the hole is.
Ugh, that looks bad.
Yeah.
Sure is dusty.
That's where we get our dust. Now let's look at the United States. Wisconsin, Capital Madison. We might need this. That's a point. Oh, I feel like we need the latitude and longitude. Write that down. That rings a bell to me.
What is it? Just the latitude and longitude of Wisconsin?
Yeah. So latitude is 45 degrees north. Longitude is 90 degrees west. I'm gonna go take the dusting
now,
just so that we have the code next time. We can not be criminals, but we'll still just be other type of criminal. Ooh. Whoops. Okay, so it looks like it should be 3 star.
Here.
3 star 27 is what it looks like to me. Does that look 3 star 27, maybe 5?
I don't think.
I think
5.
it's just 3 star 27.
Yeah.
Cool. So next time we can just use the key and type in the code. And be cool. Oh, here's a picture of Marie.
Oh, is there something we should know? Is it a specific room that she's in, maybe, or
maybe that's the tower when she was in the tower. Nothing you can really click on. Just.
Are you sure? Go back to the painting, and maybe at the bottom.
You can't look at the bottom.
Like Look like, go down. Like right there. I thought I saw red. No.
No.
Okay.
I'm just looking at it from afar, but we might, like, reference-wise, need it in the future, but I think there's something else we can look here.
There's usually more in here, right?
Yeah, there's definitely more that we have to see. Spilt wine! No!
Ah!
True stories behind famous portraits. This one that we just looked at. Of the many great portraits painted by Marcel Bonnet during his career, none has fueled more controversy and gossip than this portrait of Marie Antoinette, which was completed only months before the Revolution broke out. It all began when King Louis, Marie's husband, commissioned an opulent, jeweled tiara for her birthday. Set in the tiara were a ruby, an emerald, a sapphire, and a 52-carat diamond bigger than any diamond ever before worn by French royalty. Marie was horrified by the tiara's extravagance and refused to wear it. It is even rumored that she referred to it as my crown of ruination, though no one knew what she meant by this. When it came time to have her portrait painted by the master Bonnet, Marie insisted on posing away from the palace at Versailles in the tower room of the Chateau Rochemont, where she often visited to escape the growing turmoil in Paris. Further, the queen refused to be painted wearing the tiara. King Louis was furious, but Marie would not budge. She chose to ornament herself with a purple rose instead, not just a flower, but a symbol of her willful defiance of her husband's wishes. When the portrait was finished, she gave it to the Rochemonts in appreciation of their loyal friendship. Shortly thereafter, the revolution erupted in full. When Marie Antoinette and her husband were arrested, the queen refused to reveal the whereabouts of the tiara. Even after her execution, neither the tiara nor the magnificent jewels it contained were ever found. To this day, speculation and heated debate continues about what became of the crown of ruination. This painting is now in the hands of a private American collector.
So, we need to find the ruby, emerald, and sapphire to get the diamond.
Yes. Yes.
From what I remember.
Yes, yes.
Yes,
Yes, and what? A sly rabbit will have 3 openings to its den.
Oh.
Oh, I think, is this
The longitude and latitude.
Okay, so we need
45 and 90.
what?
But they're...
How does one do this puzzle?
Huh?
How do you move this thing?
Oh. The 45 and 90 though.
What's 90 minus 45?
Oh, true.
Maybe? That's just 45.
Oh, true. I guess we don't know that.
Let's wait on this then. We'll come back to that. Maybe we'll
3 openings to its den, so
Maybe
there's
we're just
3
done.
numbers probably.
Or is it? Did it say 3 openings or 4 openings?
3.
3.
What was that? A fireplace.
Oh, this is what we need the latitude and longitude for.
Yes. Oh,
that's all we need to do. Oh.
15, 10, minus 5.
So minus 15, 10, and minus 5.
Perfect.
That makes more sense. Nothing else we're looking over there, and that's the door. Okay, I think we've pretty much explored the room other than this. So minus 15
Yep.
is this.
Yep. 10. And minus 5. Jeez.
I believe that's a room upstairs.
Yes. Yes.
Yeah.
I remember this, like the captain's quarters or whatever.
Yeah.
Secret room.
How do I light this candle? It is very dark. I don't have any. Oh, here.
Yeah.
That would make sense.
Boom.
Alright.
That.
Oh,
Whoa!
a candle's melting out of it.
A key. This is melting out of the candle.
Whoa! I thought I meant
A candle's melting out of it.
Oh, I didn't mean to Snuff it out. I need that light.
That key though is so cool.
Yeah, that's for something.
That was so neat.
Sure, that
I
was.
forgot about that animation.
Yeah, I just thought we needed light in this room. I forgot that happened. Cool. Okay. Let's. Ooh, okay. The castle's been empty for many years now. These hallways just echo in rain. And oh, how I miss you, my one vein. And oh, how I miss you, my one-time son. My anger's dissolved into pain. I still don't know why you pilfered my wallet. The money could hardly have mattered. That $50 I'd have given you twice, but instead my poor heart you shattered. If only I could find you, we'd patch it all up, talk through it as dad and son should. Perhaps you meant only to test my love, perhaps you felt misunderstood. I want you to know that your old man forgives you. Old bygones are bygone with me. So I've left you one keepsake to remember me by, you'll sure be delighted to see. Go out to the garden, my old thinking spot, my refuge in hours of dread. Your luck charm is stashed where no stranger would look, in the back of my old troubled head. So this is goodbye, dear Dexter, farewell. You offered me much needed joy, and I'll never forget all the laughter brought me, my darling young rascally boy. So in the garden, in the back of this guy's head, there's something.
Also, why are Dexter's papers in this secret room in the library?
But this was Dexter's dad, or like, I think Dexter was adopted by Ezra Wickford.
Oh.
So Ezra was Dexter's dad, and he left these for Dexter. So Dexter never found these, never knew.
But we don't
any of
know
these
that. We
existed.
just know Dexter's the caretaker of the hotel at this point.
Yeah, but I think like this room is what tells us this.
Oh, okay.
I'm pretty sure. And I think like that letter is our first indication, because this was like Ezra Wickford's secret room.
Right.
And this is where we get the understanding that his poor dad left him when he was rascal.
When he
When
was
he
rascal.
was good, he was very, very good. So Dexter, the son in my life, Castle Boy wins state spelling bee, yada yada. Oh, he won some spelling bees. Best attendance award, school merit,
Yeehaw!
First vehicle, a certificate of merit, Dexter Egan, Father's Day. I remember seeing these, so I knew like Dexter was the son.
Oh, okay.
Demonstrating leadership among his peers, recycling effort to help. And your effort. Oh,
1943.
so sweet.
So sweet.
Oh, he was a spelling bee champion. He earned a student trip to DC. Very cute. Dexter Egan, Butteridge. He correctly spelled sesquicentennial. Sesquicentennial.
Sesquicentennial. Very good, Dexter.
Smart kid. He also got
Ooh.
Young Buckaroo's National Coach Certificate of Service. Cute. So that's when he was good.
And when he was
And when he was
bad,
bad,
he was horrid.
horrid. Dexter, when it rains, it pours. My son, the vandal. So, oh, dear Mr. Wickford. So yeah. Wickford. We're sorry to report that your son Dexter was caught on school grounds last night throwing rocks at the gymnasium windows. This is the second time he has been caught attempting to destroy school property. We fear Dexter is becoming a danger to himself and others. We have no choice but to expel him.
Oh, wow.
Bad excuses for stealing. Dear Pop, I'm sorry for taking $50 out of your wallet without asking. I know what was wrong. I know you are very disappointed in me. I'm sorry. I'll never do it again. I'm sorry.
Aw.
Sad excuse for stealing.
I raised a crook.
Bank employees. Young man who tried to cash counterfeit checks. Phony checks. Notification that matched everything on the checks. Identified as Dexter Egan, 18 of Butteridge, son of a prominent chocolate milk tycoon, Ezra Wickford. He had 3 different sets of false ID matching the checks. At 18, kid is already a pro. Oh, it said something about Ezra Wickford there.
Could not be reached for comment.
Souvenirs.
The butcher.
I'd rather see it burned. Okay. Dear Ezra, I have changed your will according the directions you gave me at our meeting May 21st. In the event of your death, Dexter will have no recourse to inherit Wickford Castle.
Which is
or
why
any of your
Nancy's
estate.
dad's
friend's
owns it.
daughter
Yeah.
owns it.
Yeah. Or any of your estate or financial holdings. Further, he'll be unable to claim any association with or capitalize upon your name or reputation. I'm currently proceeding with your request to annul your adoptive relationship to Dexter and to sever
Wow.
any subsidiary legal ties you may have to him. I'll notify you when these procedures are finalized. On a personal note, allow me to say how sorry I am to hear of Dexter's criminal conviction and to urge you not to blame yourself. I'm sure you did the best you could with Dexter, but some children just turn out to be bad eggs. Nonetheless, while your disappointment must be profound, I commend your prudence and pragmatism in the decisions you have made to protect your estate.
Wow.
Very sad. Very sad.
I don't remember it being that bad. But again, I was a kid.
Yeah.
Probably did read through all that.
That's fair.
Jeez.
Aw. I feel like that's all we can see up
Yeah.
here. I think the main thing is that we're supposed to get the key, but also, yeah, kind of understand
So
the story.
is that key for the garden then?
I think so. It must be like for the head that he's talking about.
Yeah, so we should do that soon.
Yeah. And that's the last time we tried to go outside, it was too snowy to do that, so
Right.
maybe... Oh, we'll snuff that out before we leave. We don't want to catch the castle on fire. That would be,
No.
that would be unfortunate.
It'd be unfortunate.
Can we just like walk out through that door now?
I don't know.
Or does
I
the alarm
mean,
go
Dexter
back
did,
off?
so...
Yeah, true. Hi.
Is that everything we need?
I think so. I think that's like everything we can see.
Okay.
From what I recall, we can always come back if we need something in the future. Oh, the smells. Perfect. Very sad.
Yeah.
I wonder if we can go talk to him.
I feel like we shouldn't say anything about this, but
Yeah.
probably
But-
can. There are probably prompts.
Oh, because we also can't say that we were in the library.
Exactly.
Technically. Like,
We can
actually-
also talk to Professor Hotchkiss.
True, yeah, we'll go back and
Can I help you?
do that.
So, did you grow up around here?
You could say that.
Did you know the original owner, Ezra Wickford, when he lived here?
You could say that.
What was he like?
They call it the past for a reason, okay? Because it's over.
So, do you know if Ezra Wickford had a place where he liked to go and think? Some place he thought of as a refuge?
There was a private area of the garden. Yeah. The entrance was hidden, so no one could bother him there.
Were you allowed to go out there, maybe?
Yeah, because I think we can go.
Were you allowed to go out there?
Once in a while, he'd bring me out there and teach me about his favorite flowers, but that was like 100 years ago.
Do you think I could go check it out?
Forget about it. There's nothing out there but dead weeds and crumbling statues.
Okay. See ya, Mr. Egan.
Goodbye.
Do you want to set an alarm?
Yeah, let's talk to everybody else, see if there's anything else we can say, and then.
Nope.
Oh, okay. So we'll wake up and we'll talk to Bess and George, and then we'll set
We'll
an alarm
set an
and come
alarm.
and talk to
Okay.
Hotchkiss.
Sounds
Get some
good.
infos.
And then hopefully the next day we can just go out into the garden because we have the key.
Yeah, true. We can do it. Lots of carpets hanging on the wall.
Tapestries.
Carpets. They're carpets to me. Alright, we just keep the lighter. Okay.
Sweet. Maybe there's more things we need to light on fire.
True.
Never know.
Oh gosh, this is
1, 5, 2, 3, 5. That's
oh
4.
no.
1, 5, 2, 3, 5, 5, 5, 2, 5,
Oh, this is different than the
8,
last
3. Well, because we're calling George, not Bess.
Oh.
Yeah.
I was in the rhythm of that one.
Hello?
Hi, it's me.
How's it going, Nancy? Are things calming down around the castle?
Not unless you find it calming to climb out of a stuck elevator.
What do you mean stuck? The elevator broke down?
Well, that's what I thought. Until I talked to Dexter, who said it was probably the power switch in the basement.
But Nancy, how could the power switch just go off while you were in the elevator?
Maybe someone turned it off. But why?
That's what I'm wondering.
How did you climb out anyway?
I climbed through a hatch in the roof of the cab and just barely made it up to the next floor.
So you were standing on top of the elevator in the open shaft? Way up high? Ugh, just the thought of it makes my stomach do somersaults.
Anything interesting in the elevator shaft?
Just a metal ladder leading up to this ventilation duct or something. Nothing unusual, except that the cover for the duct looked like it was about to fall off.
Maybe someone needed to inspect the duct and forgot to replace the grate?
Or maybe the duct leads somewhere, like to buried gold, or a hidden...
Bess, that was Nancy's last case. She's in Wisconsin now, not San Francisco.
Wickford wrote Dexter a farewell poem before he died.
The inventor of chocolate milk was a poet, too?
Yum, I could write a poem or two about chocolate milk.
It says that he hid some sort of luck charm for Dexter to find.
Where?
Something about his old thinking spot somewhere out in the garden. Funny, but I didn't see any garden when I came in.
Well, you can't exactly tiptoe through the tulips when they're buried under 6 feet of snow.
Never mind my cheeky cousin over there, Nancy. When the storm passes, you should go out and see what you can find.
Yeah.
Okay, you two. I'll talk to you soon.
Good luck.
Be careful.
Thanks, guys. Thanks. Alright. So 3 a.m.? 3 a.m. I'd hate to get up that early. Ugh. Oops. You know this better than I do. Not perfect. Nobody's perfect. I gotta work it. Oh gosh, clearly I'm wrong. Here we go. There she is, so cute.
Nancy, dear, welcome to the witching hour. Isn't it marvelous to be up and about when others are sound asleep? I find my brainwaves are at their most powerful during this time.
She's so good. Is that the only one you can say? There's the other one too, but it was a little bit too boring. Okay. Let's be fun. Yeah.
Yes, this big old place does feel quiet at this hour. But do you think everyone is really asleep? I mean, if this is the only time you're away from your room, when else could you have been robbed?
You're right on that. This is the only time that someone could break into my room. But why are you so interested in this robbery anyway?
I'm thinking this robbery and the library vandalism might be linked somehow. If you told me what was taken from you, maybe I could put the pieces together.
I'd like to tell you more about the robbery, but I'm afraid it just wouldn't be good for my blood pressure. I'm traumatized, you see, because the stolen item was a keepsake from a dear friend, and it was a cornerstone of my theory. I'm sure you understand.
No.
Can you tell me anything about this theory of yours?
Well, you probably know by now that I'm a scholar of French history. My specialty is Marie Antoinette. Oh, poor Marie, the most misunderstood queen of the 18th century. Marie used to visit the very tower that now belongs to this castle. I'm convinced that this place holds evidence that will forever change the way the world views Marie. But the walls have ears, so I'd rather not say any more right now. Oh, if you're really interested, why don't you go up to my room and have a look around yourself? You've been such a great help to me, almost like an apprentice. Oh, I've always wanted an apprentice.
Gotcha, girl.
Wow, Professor, that's really generous of you. I'd love to learn more about your work. But are you sure you don't mind?
I insist. Your mind is like a ravenous monkey gobbling up every banana in its path. Oh, how can I stand in the way? Here's my extra pass key. I get back to work at 6 a.m. sharp, so just make sure you vacate the premises by 5:59. and put things back where you find them. It's all scientifically organized in there.
So many things about bananas so far in this
What
game.
did you mean when you said Marie Antoinette was misunderstood?
Everyone thought Marie did nothing but spend France's money on jewels and fancy soap for herself, while her people were starving. History books have upheld the myth that she was just a spoiled and heartless brat, but I don't believe it.
What do you believe?
I believe that she's been the victim of vicious rumors and lazy historians for too long, and that if the real story could be told, people would realize that Marie Antoinette was actually a good woman who wanted to help her people but didn't know how.
Do you know anything about a tiara that was given to Marie Antoinette?
The infamous tiara, of course! Oh, people thought Marie had this extravagant piece commissioned for herself, and they hated her for it. But really, it was her husband, King Louis XVI, who had it made for her birthday. Oh, she didn't want it, refused to wear it, and then, a few months before the revolution broke out, the tiara disappeared.
Was it ever found?
It was never found. There were rumors that she had it destroyed, but no one has ever been able to prove this.
See you soon.
Goodbye.
Sleep in your room now. Bye. You let me, so I don't feel bad
Yeah.
about it.
Yeah.
I know.
Bye, girl.
Bye. See you later.
Bye.
Bye. Hope you save some chicken for me.
No, not me. I don't want it. Alright. Nope, wrong one.
Oh, you're right. That'll be the
One
one
that
with
says
the little
214.
sleeve.
Okay.
Ooh. This is alright. What can we see?
Oh, so much leftover chicken drumsticks.
Alright.
Oh, wow. Born November 2nd, a Scorpio, like me. What a coincidence. No wonder she was so passionate. Australian birth name, Marie... Austrian? Oh, Austrian. Austrian birth name, Marie Antonia. Married off at 15, and she had to change her name too. She must have been frightened. Her favorite color was purple, like me. I wonder if she adored chicken drumsticks. Despite the elaborate hairstyles that were the fashion of the day, Marie preferred to wear her hair loose, unpowdered, and natural. Note, evidence that she was unprotected. There is no concrete evidence that she was the one who coldly declared "let the meat cake" in the response to the news that her people were starving. Marie was immature, but not cruel. Cool. Fair enough.
Willow type.
Woo woo!
Cool.
Her boots.
There they are.
And all their
They are
glory.
purple, and that is her favorite color.
True. Oh, a video camera. Ooh.
I'm gonna take that. Thank you. Oh, should I put it back in there and actually play it?
Testing. Can anyone hear me? Hotchkiss to Earth. Come in, Earth. Oh, okay. I think we're rolling. Now, let's get a look at these hallways. So rich in detail. You'd never know this place was built in 1920. It's all so 18th C. Oh, and there's Marie. I feel so close to her, just being here. It's as if her spirit is in the air, sweet as the smell of fried chicken.
I'm not really a meat eater.
Alright, her battery
Okay, we must have
died,
to
but
charge
she had
this.
a big gasp.
Oh, here we go. We'll charge it. Is this on?
How long does it take?
I don't know. Maybe we'll just go back like the next night. Cause I remember, I don't think we can do this all in one go. Beatrix Hotchkiss, dearest B, marvelous to receive news of your progress. I'm sure you are onto something important with the medallion and the stained glass
Medallion?
window. Oh,
I
yes.
think the significance of the medallion must go beyond the message you've seen. I've looked through my family letters, and it seems that when Marie Antoinette gave her niece Helga the First, my great the medallion, she told Helga to keep it safe, as it was part of a great truth that she hoped would someday help to heal the wounds of France. Helga urged her to explain this great truth, but this was all that Marie would divulge. The truth can seem hard and ugly at first, but eventually its hardness becomes a thing of eternal beauty. B, you must find out the meaning of this. Keep up the good work, old friend. I know you will be successful. Helga von Handeldorf.
Baroness.
Interesting. Oh, can I not see anything else in there?
No.
Okay. Alright, so we know there's something to do with medallions and stained glass. We are seeing things. Oh. Very odd. Okay, maybe later we'll see something.
Yeah.
Because that seems mysterious.
So mysterious.
Okay, I think that must be all we can see for now.
Do you want to double check that we can't look at the video again?
I'm pretty positive it takes like a decent amount of time to get it fully charged.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, like I think we would return like tomorrow night.
Okay.
And then put it back in. We should be okay.
Okay.
But we'll give it a 24-hour period because
See if we can maybe go to the garden the next day. Let's go to our room.
Let's go to bed.
It is time for sleep.
Time for sleep.
Time for sleep. Time for sleep. Oh,
It still sounds like it's storming
it's
outside.
only 5 a.m. Let's set it to 8. Let's let her sleep
Let's
in.
give her 9.
We'll let her sleep in a little bit.
So wild.
She's had a wild night. And that's it for today. If you enjoyed, please leave a like, comment, or subscribe. We post every Tuesday and Friday, so the next part will be out soon. Hope to see you then. Boozy Broads out.